When we take decisions here, so that you have to pay how to implement them, but they are the decisions of conference. Now, as we were discussing, as we are going, we have a project because some of our people organizers are not being available. So, which is all of you have email must be behind. So, Secretariat registration, we want to circulate paper to all our people here to write there. I'm sure the registration will put down your program. That's all. Now, also, put down email. Please make sure you put down the email so that we can circulate messages. Those people are so we have to type one day of send or we request that I send us support in the way they find coaching so that's it. Now that one will be done. Now as our team of speaker was talking, you know, he spoke and made certain recommendations, right? That is all. He spoke and made certain recommendations. One of the most prominent ones is the absence of a political bloc. We don't act as a political bloc. That therefore we must form one. You understand? All these recommendations that he made here, which none of us contradicted or objected, they have become our decisions. You understand? Right? Now, there were some decisions, there were some issues they raised that you people debated and made recommendations. Since any of those recommendations that were not explained as impractical, which means they have become our decisions at this conference. Are you getting what I'm saying? Are you getting what I'm saying? You know, some of you were making certain recommendations. Let me come. One of the last ones, let's start Professor Toraki's paper, Knowing Our Rights. Is that not so? We've been talking about these indigenous and minority people's rights. But the point that came out today is that we need to educate our people, vigorously educate our people on their rights as indigenous peoples and as minorities, as contained in the international laws, in the national laws, in our statutes. We have that the decision therefore is not that we don't know this. We are now saying, okay, we have been talking about these and implementing them. So we have now reached a point where we want to address the knowledge gap of our people by taking back education to them. You understand? So that is a decision that we have made. Now, when government says land belongs to them, land does not belong to government, which means we have to go back and educate our community to stand up and defend their rights to their land. Land does not belong to them. But even the question of this mineral licenses, conference about 3 years ago took a resolution on that. Most of these things that we discussed, because we are doing what we have been doing, we are taking decisions of that. And we are saying for most of them, what remains is implementation and the mode of implementation. So we are taking decisions that we must push these things. The issue of safeguard, for instance, we must raise the resources with which to implement the decisions we have taken over the years and which we are taking today. That was the essence of what the Executive Secretary of State presentation implied. And that communities, by signing the MOU, are committing themselves to the funding of the appropriating the resources for the funding of activities of Conaecda. Because if you don't have the resources, you are just talking. You cannot implement. You understand where we're going. So now that we have talked about this, all of these decisions that we are taking will be rendered because they are our decisions as resolutions and circulated back to all of you. Our resolutions are usually not published except in the form of summary. Now, it is the summary of what we have discussed and the decisions we have taken. The observations we have made and the decisions that we have taken that is released as our community. And we give it to the press, give it to SSS, give it to whoever wants to get it. You understand? And of course, we release them all, we release both of these within 1 week of the end of conference. So we have two key resolutions to make. That conference mandates the secretariat to produce and circulate the resolutions arrived at this conference. Conference mandates the secretariat to produce the community emanating from this conference for circulation to member organizations at the Nigerian public and outside, and the world community as a whole. Now, that enables us to avoid, because we are doing this because of experience. Sometimes when you do this, you may spend 3 hours, 4 hours arguing over sentences, and you never reach agreement. So we have learned from this. Therefore, that is why we usually take this resolution to mandate the secretariat to issue our resolutions and to issue our community. But calculating our decision here. Now, as the secretary was saying, when we are having our tete-a-tete here, for instance, we have the issue of governance. The last professor that spoke to us, participatory governance, that also, and he made certain recommendations. And the paper he gave us, it was PowerPoint, present PowerPoint. And there is an agenda that he was talking about at the end of the paper. We should do this, we should do this, we should do this.